Welcome to the TDC Today Show communities. My name is Sue Roscoff. The Disability Channel, or TDC, is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC is committed to providing quality digital media production services, education and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. TDC offers digital media production, video production, post-production, social media, and podcast creation, production, and support. TDC offers education and employment programming, which includes digital media courses to persons with disabilities and veterans who are unemployed and underemployed. TDC also offers community partnerships. Through partnerships and sponsorships, community partners and organizations become ability champions by supporting media created by and for people with disabilities and veterans. We are your USA team, and I am so excited to introduce some friends to the show tonight. First up, Joshua Grignani is a business coach, author, and consultant with a passion for helping others succeed. He has published several books on business growth and leadership and is recognized for his work with small businesses and nonprofit organizations. Joshua has experience mentoring youth, supporting community initiatives, and providing guidance to aspiring entrepreneurs. His approach combines practical business strategies with a genuine commitment to making a positive impact in the community. He is dedicated to empowering individuals and organizations to achieve their goals and to give back to others through service and recovery. Joshua, I am so glad to have you joining us here today. How are you?
I am great, Sue. How are you?
I am awesome. So glad to have you here. If you want to tell us a bit more about what you all do, I know we've known each other for a bit now, and that's why I'm so excited to share you with everyone.
So yes, I am an author. I write books on small business. I've had several businesses, bought, sold, merged, opened, closed. I chronicle my knowledge into my books, and I help other small businesses. So I do some work for the SBDC, which is the Small Business Development Center. There is those all across the country. It is sort of an arm of the SBA, Small Business Administration, where people can get free advice or help with certain aspects about their business. And I also work with community banks, particularly nonprofits. So CDFIs are the type of banks that generally have a purpose of particularly helping small businesses, where traditional banks, to say it in a way, sometimes can be a bit more complex or a bit bigger of a hurdle for smaller or newer or maybe disadvantaged applicants in some way. So I particularly work with the types of clients that those banks work with in order to help them achieve their financial needs and their operational excellence in order to actually accomplish some kind of success in their business.
Awesome. And so with the books that you've written, you want to dive in a little bit and tell us about the title of your book, and let's start with your most recent one.
Yes, so the High Quality Small Business Leadership Handbook. And I call it a handbook. It's really because I always like to give practical stuff, right? I was in many years of college and taking those theoretical classes, even on business. Something as you think as black and white and straightforward as business is, very theoretical. So practical business is hard to know unless you've kind of walked the path yourself, right? And so I've written a lot of stuff on the types of the strategies, the methods to use, even some examples, great ideas. That book is the first one that I've written that has a chapter reflection at the end of each chapter that asks you to perform a little activity to really think about something you learned from the chapter, and you could apply it to your business. So that way you don't forget. You don't forget what you learned. you can use it, and then each chapter kind of builds.
Excellent. Well, and that makes it so practical because it's not just I'm reading it, I'm moving on to the next thing. It's wait, I'm reading it and I'm using it. And this is how I can make the most of what I just read and apply that to what I'm doing and make better what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. And that's that community aspect to be able to bring together all those different people you've talked to and all the knowledge that you've gained from what you've done and to be able to put that together in a format like that that others can take advantage of is I love what you've all done.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a whole chapter on alliterations and chunking, and then that's followed up by another chapter on memory. Because if you have memory, you will probably be more high quality, right? If you
Right.
remember things, you can probably do your job better. So actually taking a moment, and we call it Memory Mondays, because of course that's an alliteration from the previous chapter, but the chapter on memory is what can you remember today that will make you better at your job? And it's about having the intentionality to stop and take a moment and think about that. It gives you context. It gives you a goal for the day. Instead of just rushing out the door and throwing darts at the board and just hoping some of them land, right? You need to plan and be strategic. So on Mondays, we talk about things, and this has been very well tested through many generations of multiple employees that I've had over a few businesses that knew that they were the guinea pigs for this. But we developed a way to every Monday we talk about something that you can remember that will make you better at your job. We all take turns saying something so that we can have a variety of different things, because when somebody else says something, you're like, oh yeah, that, yeah, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to remember this. And then maybe they have some intentionality throughout the day. Maybe they will remember that the entire day is about Monday, and the Hawthorne effect is what we call where things automatically become more productive when you call attention to them, when you become aware of them. So, it automatically can boost productivity in that way just on Mondays. That's just one day of the week.
Excellent. Oh, and actually, as you're saying that, I'm thinking, ooh, I think I might steal that idea and put that into effect here with my student work crew. And that I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And I know we've got a few other friends that are joining us. I'm going to go ahead and bring people in to join our conversation. Dave Roman is joining us today as well. Dave, welcome. If you want to come on in and share a bit about who you are with us.
Okay, thank you. One of the things I used to do many years ago was before the internet. There were magazines that took ads from people, get rich quick, do this, and I made $100,000 overnight while sleeping or something like that. So what I did, I would send for all of these promotions and I would tell my readers what they were all about. And in addition to that, I asked for my money back because they said they had a money back guarantee. So I would ask for my money back for every one of them. Most of them were not very good, but there were a few good ones out there. And you're speaking of veterans. I am a veteran. I come from a semi-military family. And I have a free program for veterans in Northeast Ohio. I teach computer technology at Ohio Technical College. Any veteran in Cuyahoga County can sign up for the technology course for free if they're a veteran. It's not every day. We have to schedule it, so we have to get enough students for it. But if a veteran wants to come and learn computer technology, the basics, they can call Ohio Technical College and ask about the information.
That's huge. Thank you for sharing that, because that is definitely a big thing that that I hope people can take advantage of. We need more opportunities like that. So I'm going to keep bringing folks in here to join our conversation. I know we've got Marianne of Waikiki joining us as well. Marianne, come on in and say hello. How are you today?
Aloha, everybody. Wonderful. We have a little bit of a thunderstorm passing us, so if I drop you. But anyway, we had a wonderful day with your husband, Kurt Roscoff. I introduced a friend, Dale, who is a AI specialist, who has created a program. I met him in San Carlos, where I'm currently at, and we're introducing him to other people with a 9 to 5 group, as well as On the Mark TV, Easy Way TV. All these new things are happening, and nonprofit TV is now showcasing my book series, the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk as puppets. The books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch in The Perfect Wave for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, climate change, and we're partnering with Clean Water Foundation, Leon McLaughlin out of Washington, who brings water units worldwide. And we got a lot of just good things that are happening. And I can let your husband, Kurt Roskoff, elaborate more with all those opportunities for everybody. So thank you so much. And it is back to school season, and Donors Choose. Teachers can request copies of my books from Donors Choose or other types of products. And take a look what's your teachers in your community are requesting, and get that word out. So again, thank you, Kurt, for having us today and meeting Dale. And we'll learn a little bit more about AI chat and what the new technology is in the future. So thank you so much. Aloha.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Marianne. And I know I do see another friend joining us from the Motivational Readers Mastermind Network. Not sure if he's got a moment to hop in and have a conversation with us here too, but Stacy, are you there? Would you like to say a few words here? So glad to see you.
Hi, how are you? Excuse me.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry, I am here. Forgive me for not being on camera. I am in a very dark room, just leaving another meeting, and I did want to pop in to say hi and support this wonderful group. It's a great conversation so far. I will have to jump off in a moment because my wife and I we like to spend some time together in the evening as well. So she's in a meeting too. And when she jumps off, I'm going to jump off so we can spend some time before bedtime. But this is a wonderful conversation so far, and it's lovely to be here. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Good to see you again, Stacy.
You
Yeah,
also.
we're part of a group that gets together Tuesday through Saturday in the mornings, the Motivational Readers Mastermind Network, and piece by piece go through cover to cover different books. And you just like what you were kind of saying, Joshua, with after you read a piece that you apply it and you put it to use. That's exactly what that group does every morning. Read for about 20 minutes or so, and then the mastermind group, everybody brings to the table their thoughts of what was just read. And so it's same type of concept to be able to apply it and share experiences. And it's really a great way to start the day off. It runs 7 a.m. Central Time, 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. Joshua, would be a little early for you, hun. But it's open to everybody, and you can find them on Facebook is the easiest place to start. Again, Motivational Readers Mastermind Network is where you'll find them. And I do have one more person in the background that I want to bring on into the conversation. The one and only Kurt Roskoff is here. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much. Glad to see everybody here. We got quite a crew, quite a huddle here at the TDC Today Community Show. And I've got to say that Stacy and I came from a very empowering visualization session, the power of visualization and getting all of the granular details and understanding how, for what we're aiming to do next, the power of visualization. We, went through examples like if you're shooting free throws in basketball and all this stuff. And Stacy was like, well, how do we get it more practical? Like in Joshua's genre with, doing business, and you're not just going to sit there and have somebody visualize, that next fantastic quarter in their business. You got to really get in there and work it. But I want to give a lot of tutelage to our creative director, Mariana Waikiki, because that open mind session really, went hand in hand to what Marianne brings to the shtick here, and to really, encourage us to embrace and empower and put to practice our imagination in Walt Disney fashion, imagineering our future, and to look at, what are we dreaming about? In disability advocacy, I have a dream, folks, that the ministries, the volunteer opportunities, the educational opportunities, everything our government provides in every department of the government, and all of the business people around the world, folks like Joshua and Dave Roman and whoever else, Stacy and the work he's doing in the collegiate realm, and Sue, the way you put people out into the future from that biology department, and all the fun things we do. What's fun gets done to check in. How are we helping 8 billion people around the planet have fun in their ideal fashion? And I have a dream that functionally so, we're going to create a future led by people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, the deaf community, blind community, people with physical disabilities, those who recognize the goal of substance use reduction, those who have a mental health diagnosis, and those who live life through chronic pain, and on through all of the people protected by Americans with Disabilities Act, web content accessibility guidelines, that 8 billion people will say it's an all hands on deck initiative, and we come together so functionally so that all of us that don't identify with a disability, don't have a dependent with the disability, and just like Sue and I, we're just saying we're out here doing it because it's just the gosh darn right thing to do. And to get to the point where all this stuff in our waking life happens, that we have our sleep time dreams are happening with everybody. That's my imagination, folks. Let's do it. Back to you, Sue.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kurt. I do want to take a moment to go back and revisit with each of you. What message would you like people to be left with tonight? A take-home message, and also, where do we find you? If you have a place that we can, a website, some way to find, for example, your books that you've written, where can we find that? So, Joshua, I'd like to begin with you.
Sure, Sue. Actually, I'm very curious after Kurt's manifestation of the future and the biology lab that you work at, Sue. And I'm wondering, how do I get there? How do I get to the future? I want to be there. If the biology lab takes people to the future, it's definitely something at Carroll University that I have to take that class. So the book, so you can go to 4G, that's the number 4, the letter G, 4gpublishingcompany.com. Also, if you are interested in some of my teachings or to read the book Money and Machine, which is actually free for download until I rewrite the next version of that, bring that book into the future, you can go to theinternationalbusinessadvisors.com. I know that's long, but we are the International Business Advisor. So make sure that you spell that all out just like it sounds. And you can download my book or pick a time with me, because I'm all over LinkedIn. That's my social of choice. Easy to find me on there. My name has a very unique spelling, but if you just look up 4G Publishing Company or the International Business Advisors, you will find me as well. And then you can connect to many people in my network, because I have a frog guy if that's what you need.
I love it. And as we hop on over here to Dave Roman, I want to just give you that same opportunity here. How do people find you? And what is your take-home message you'd like to leave everybody with?
Well, I'm a pretty strong Christian, and I always say that God gives you the power to become rich, the talents and whatever. But I do have a website where I sell a piece of software I wrote that homeowners will love, that'll keep track of everything in your house for the insurance company. You can go
That's
out
valuable.
you can go out to FD Creations, as Frank David Creations LLC.com. That's my website out there. Or you can email me if they want a question answered. I'll answer it for free at daveroman24@gmail.com. And I'll send them a free issue of my newsletter.
Excellent. I love it. And Marianne, I'm going to send that same message to you. What is your take-home message for all of us this day? How are you doing with that?
Well, our tagline is "So go out and play." We still have summer months here, and some are going back to school. So it's back to school season, and all classroom teachers can go visit donorschoose.org. Teachers can request with a teacher ID the Acts of Kindness series or other products. And the rest of the world that's listening, check it out, donorschoose.org. Support a classroom, build a future, and see what these youth need and teachers support as well. And we partner with Leon McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation. Everybody deserves clean water. And we're doing amazing stuff worldwide. So again, thank you so much. And Mr. Kurt Riskoff, meeting Dale and setting up these additional Zoom meetings and having us network with 9 to 5 and On the Mark TV and Nonprofit TV, Anthony. And so we're always meeting somebody new here. So great to meet everybody that's new here today. And anybody can join us this Saturday and the World of Ability podcast with Kurt Roskoff. Back to you, Sue.
Awesome. What a crew we have here. This truly is the essence of community. This group coming together, bringing all sorts of knowledge from all sorts of different corners of the world here today. So huge thanks, Kurt, Marianne, Joshua, Dave, Stacy, and I know Robert's in the background there as well. You guys are amazing. And I really, for all of us here at the TDC Today Show community,